Despite a threatened boycott by several nations in protest to the military regime, all the qualifiers assembled in Argentina. In 1978, Argentina hosted and won the World Cup in a spectacular way. But awarding 2022 FIFA World Cup to Qatar has created n number of concern and controversies regarding both Qatar's suitability as a hosting country and the fairness towards the bidding process. Qatar is unable to imbibe the love for the football. It has conducted the mega event, the prestigious tournament, like a ritual. None of the fans could express their excitement in the stadium inside and outside. They were bound to oblige with the Iron Fist administration. In several matches, the stadiums were less occupied than expected. During the semi-final match between Argentina and Croatia, many of the Argentina newspapers reported that around 50 to 75,000 people had cancelled their tickets from flying to Qatar. It was only because of the restrictions imposed on the football fans. The France also faced the same thing. Many people stepped back from flying to Qatar. Let me tell you, the urban cities of every developed nation possess a sports bar. This time, every sports bar in London, UK, Germany, they had all cancelled to display this tournament on the big screen because of the 6,500 migrant laborers being killed in Qatar. Earlier, people came to know about the Gulf countries only through the global issues like Iran-Iraq war and the Palestine issues. But now, every common individual came to know what is called as Islam and what is Arab countries. But Dubai is an entirely different country. Though it is an Arab country, it is welcoming the culture and the tradition of different people from different parts of the world. To reason out the failure of FIFA World Cup in deep, it is important to know the incident that happened 12 years before. In 2010, Michel Platini was elected as the vice president of the FIFA World Cup. He was a legendary player. The French loved him as an excellent midfield player. The day he took charge as the vice president, he was invited for the lunch by the president of the France, Nicolas Sarkozy. On this occasion, the president introduced Michel Platini to the administrators of the Qatar. Amir, the current president of the Qatar, uttered his demand to host the FIFA World Cup in Qatar in 2022. From then on, the conversations began. The countries who rejected to vote were abstained. This was first reported in London by the Bureau of Investigators, a group of journalists who investigated and published in London Times. From then on, the world came to know that Qatar bidded FIFA. Many headlines came that Qatar had bribed FIFA. Michel Platini is bribed with 130 crores. The London Times, Guardian, they all published that 6,500 migrant laborers are being killed in Qatar in order to build the mega infrastructure for the FIFA World Cup. Qatar ill-treated many migrant laborers, making them work under extreme temperature without providing the basic necessities. The rich country denied from paying the compensation to the laborer's family. Qatar's aim was to acquire the global position, but in contrast, they had damaged by themselves. Again, in order to uplift the people's perception, they bribed the vice president of the European Parliament, Eva Kaili. The Greek lawmaker and the highly influential speaker was caught red-handed by the Brazil's police with a sum of 600 crores and above from home. The president of the European Parliament once again told the word Metasola, which means Europe under attack. This was earlier first said on the 9/11 attack. They said there will be no immunity and impunity and will investigate the matter firmly. The European Parliament has served a notice to 18 countries. The high profiles of the involved nations should understand they are elected by the common people and are accountable for their illegal act. Recently, the European Parliament, who initiated to clear the free exit visa for Qatar citizens, has cancelled it now. European nations are standing together to remove the FIFA president. If not sacked, UEFA will resign. Qatar, who is showcasing their luxury of the country, will have to bear many consequences. Their treasure is invested in European lands, natural gas and oil. If the sanctions are imposed, they'll have to face the darker days in future.